Hello there. Happy Wednesday, my lovelies. I trust you're all having a lovely day. Okay, so I want to share a personal experience. I'm very particular and passionate about women's wellness, their health, and their well-being, because women, we go through a lot. We're still going through a lot. And then we need to make sure that we make a conscious effort to take care of our bodies, these bodies that bring forth children, hormones raging left, right, and center, mood swings, all sorts of things. A lot of changes occur in a woman's body, even a young girl's body from the age of, I think, 9, with menstruation and all of that. So my personal experience was having a procedure called uterine fibroid embolization. So I've been having painful periods for as long as I can count. When I say painful, I mean really painful. I had fibroids. I had to, seek opinions, 2, 3, do a lot of 2, 3 MRIs, just to try and gauge my options. Because one thing I knew I didn't want was to be cut open. I believed that medical technology would advance. Technology would advance medical practices to a point where you wouldn't have to slice someone open. Well, I think that also depends on the size of your fibroids. So painful periods, and they would if you know what I'm talking about, it would drop like clots. I mean, I've been embarrassed a few times where I've gone out thinking that I've secured myself and then come home stained, my dress or wherever I was seated. And I've been managing the pain, even all those other pain medications like ibuprofen and the rest, Nurofen, they weren't working for me. I had to get something it was called a mefenamic acid. I don't know if I still have it somewhere here. I'll put the name on my caption. That was the only thing that worked. And then after a while, it didn't work anymore. So I was just bearing this pain. So the last gynecologist I spoke to said to me that as I get older, they would shrink. And then I wouldn't have to bother about it. Or I do a hysterectomy. I know I'm not doing anything with the womb, but I'm not ready to let it go. So that for me was like last bus stop. And then I would manage the pain using tampons and pads at the same time. And still, it would only last for maybe an hour or two, and then I have to change. So it wasn't, whenever I had my menstrual flow, it wasn't a pretty experience for me. Then I found out I had like three or four fibroids, one being the biggest one that was in the wall of my uterus, in the muscles. And so I spoke to a doctor friend of mine, and he said, Kate, why are you managing this pain? There's somebody who can, do something about it for you. Not knowing that I'd met him before. His name is Dr. Ahmed Ninolowo, a fantastic guy. I'm going to put up his picture here. You will have to slide to see me in the operating theater and also the site of, entry to take care of my fibroids. So I had spoken to him maybe 2020, and he had checked me and said I was a candidate for it, but I wasn't ready. Suffered again for another 2 years, and I said, you know what, I can't bear this pain anymore. So on the 5th of October, no, it was 5th of September, sorry, he was in the country. He comes in and out of Nigeria, and I said, okay, I'm ready to do this. And I went in. Now, uterine fibroid embolization is a minimally invasive procedure. It is performed by an interventional radiologist who is, prepped and knows how to do this procedure. Dr. Ahmed Ninolowo is a fantastic guy. Fantastic, pleasant, knowledgeable. He even has a foundation for those who do not have the funds, and you have to prove that you have no funds at all to be able to support this procedure or support financial commitment to this procedure. So 5th of September, I went in, and within 30 minutes to 40 minutes, I was out. You would be under sedative, but you will be awake, you'll be conscious, but maybe feel drowsy. Virtually no pain at all during the procedure. After, I felt pain. There was pain, and he told me about it. But by the next day, I was out of the hospital, and within 7 days, 6-7 days, I was back to my usual self. Most people say, you have fibroids. This is your flat tummy. Yes, they were there. So I'm putting out this video to encourage anyone, any woman who is suffering pains, undue pain from fibroids, and it's reducing the quality of your life. Please reach out to Dr. Ahmed Ninolowo. His handle is at IRDoc. I'll put it under the caption, and see if you're a candidate. I do not believe that if you are capable and you have the funds, you should just manage money. Don't manage pain. My pain threshold is very, very low. So the site of the operation, of the procedure, was through my wrist. I don't know if you can see it. It's just here. Okay? He passes a catheter through my wrist or your groin straight to the artery that is feeding the fibroids, because it's blood flow that feeds the fibroids and make them grow. You know, they say nature abhors a vacuum. So nothing is happening there, so the fibroids begin to grow. Nobody has been able to tell us why they just grow by themselves. Anyway, so the artery is, the catheter is fed through to your artery, to the uterus, and then he injects some, wait, let me give you the right information. I don't want to talk rubbish. Please watch this video. It's very important. Let me wear my glasses. Okay. So small spheres are injected into the artery that is supplying blood flow to the fibroid. So once the spheres are injected into the artery, it cuts off the blood flow and the oxygen supply to the fibroid, and then they begin to shrink, causes them to shrink. Okay. And then it usually requires just you staying in the hospital for a day. Some people have been known to leave not immediately, some hours after the procedure. I have gone through it, so I'm speaking out of experience. So these are the benefits of doing the UFE, uterine fibroid embolization. You can also go to YouTube and look at it. You will have a preservation of your uterus, decrease in heavy menstrual flow. I mean, really heavy. Decrease in your urinary dysfunction, decrease in your pain, pelvic pain, and pressure to your pelvis. I had a friend, she told me that hers is on her pelvic region and on her bladder, so she's always going to the toilet. Virtually no blood loss, and usually 99% of women go home within 12 to 23 hours after the procedure. It's safe, it's minimally invasive. I just have to emphasize on that. So I'm going to post the sites for the procedure and me in the operating theater. So I want you to check, reach out to him, see if you are a candidate for this procedure, and trust me, you will be able to improve your quality of life. You don't have to bother about pain so much anymore. As you get older, you need to take care of yourself, most especially women. Menopause, all sorts of things going on. You don't need to add pain of fibroid to your stress and to the things that are causing you headache. So this video is my Wellness Wednesday video for women especially. So reach out to Dr. Ahmed Ninolowo and see if you're a candidate for the procedure. God bless you. Take care of yourselves and each other.
Essentially, we just started the treatment, but you can see that's the uterine artery there. And then basically this is the fibroid here, this big vascular mass here. And what I'm doing now is I'm injecting the particles to essentially try to stop the blood flow to that fibroid. It's almost done, and we should be done on this side in probably about 30 seconds or so. The procedure is probably taking us about 10 minutes so far. We should go to the other side, and hopefully we should be done in 30 minutes or less. Get another 5 to 6. You awake? We're all done. We're all done.
You're done.
Yep.
You've done everything.
Yep. We're just gonna put a band on your head here, and then we'll get you off the table, okay? Well, you expected longer? Huh? You were sleeping for a bit. But you did very well, okay? I'll see you in a bit. Alright. Alright, let's get the TR band.